Hey everybody, welcome back to another 5-minute professional development. And today we're going to talk about how to create a class in Newsela. Now you can see I've already logged into Newsela. Got to do that first before we make a class, right? So we have the toolbar up top. You're going to want to hover over your name and click on classes. And what that's going to do is take you to a screen where you have a choice to create a class. And I don't have any classes, so let's create one. There's two ways you could do it. The old-fashioned way, typing it in, or syncing it with Google Classrooms. If you utilize Google Classroom, that's a quick, easy way for you to sync that and get that data imported with your student list into Newsela. I'm going to do both. So let's create a class. So I'm going to name this class Mr. Whitaker's 4th grade class. And I'm going to select 4th grade. You'll notice the elementary toggle was switched on. And basically, it just filters those articles for kids based on subject matter, required background knowledge. It considers their age. So just more appropriate articles for students at the 4th grade level versus maybe at the 12th grade level. You'll notice that it's toggled off, and then those experiences will be a little different. So I'm going to create my classroom, and here we are. Cool thing about this is that if you have a coworker that also has a Newsela account, you could search for that person and tie them into this Newsela classroom so that you guys kind of become co-teachers. So that way they have access to see what your kids are doing, et cetera. So only works though if that teacher has a Newsela account as well. All right, so can't have a classroom without kids, so let's add some kids. So there's two ways to do it. And one way you could do it is just click this green copy button right here, copy that, paste it into an email, and then send that to your students. You can also do it this way, which if you want to display this code right here, you could do that and then direct your students to go to the Newsela website, and then from there they can enter the code and join your class. So let me show you what that looks like real quick. So I'm going to copy that, and then this is where the students will go, newsela.com, enter that password into there, and click join. And so what it will do at this point is take the kids here. So my guess is that students will probably select, it's my first time here. They should be able to do align this with their Google email address, okay? But just for the sake of going through all the steps, I'll show you how this works. So I'm going to create a completely fictitious name based off my kids. So when they create their username, you're going to want to make sure that it's one that it's unique, hopefully aligned with their names. And when they choose their password too, I strongly encourage a general password, right? So oftentimes when kids log in, they'll use their student IDs. That's a great password to have. It's something that they could always remember. Their username should also align with their their Gmail. So in this case, Elizabeth, let's see if this works. Elizabeth_William. And again, let's pretend her lunch number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't tell anybody that I shared Elizabeth Williams' password with the world. All right, let's see if that works. Hey, there we go. All right, so this student, Elizabeth William, is now in my class. And I know that this student is in my class, and this is also what it looks like for your students, by the way. So I know she's in my class because when I come over here and I choose students, there she is. She is in Mr. Whitaker's 4th grade class. Amazing. All right, now let's talk about how we can also sync your classes with Google. And again, Google Classroom is what it syncs with, okay? If you have created a Google Classroom with your students and you've imported that classroom list, again, you need to have kids actually in the classroom in order for it to sync with Newsela. This is a great option. So you click Sync with Google, and right now what it's doing is communicating with the classrooms that I have. And you see that I have Mr. Whitaker's 4th grade class right here. Now, again, you're going to want to select that grade level feature because that then filters that content and that experience that they'll have with Newsela. Click Sync. It says it'll take a few minutes. Hopefully it doesn't. Rarely does. And there we go. I have my class added. And again, just to make sure I have students in that class, there he is, Mr. Paul Whitaker. Okay. So sync directly from my class. Now, sometimes you may have a student who comes to your class later in the year. No big deal. Just resync the class. And then hopefully you've added that student into Classroom, resync it, and he or she will be in your class. So there we go. That is how you create classes within Newsela. If you have any questions about that or need some help at all, anything at all, my number extension is 2036. You could also reach me at Paul_Whitaker at engschools.net. Thanks, everybody.